We've had so many questions and comments about the carry-on alcohol policy for different cruise lines. So I did the research, I pulled all of this information from these 4 cruise lines websites, and I've compiled it for you guys. It's just a few bullet points that will hopefully clarify the questions that everyone has surrounding the carry-on policy for alcohol. I know we'll probably get a lot of comments from people saying, well, I had this experience or I had this experience, and all I can tell you is that these are the policies for these cruise lines, so always read your contract and the terms and conditions and the policies before you board. In just a minute, I'm going to scoot over so you guys can screenshot this and save it for later. Hit that save button so you can reference this video for later, and hit that follow button if you would like more tips like this. Before we start, I do want to let you guys know, when I talk about a bottle of wine for each cruise line that I mention, except Norwegian, it is 750 milliliters. Norwegian doesn't specify an amount or a quantity that you can bring. Let's start with Disney. You can carry on 2 bottles of wine or sparkling wine or 6 beers that are 12 ounces or smaller. These do have to be carried on. If you consume any of these in the dining room, they will charge you a corking fee to open them. You may not consume these in other public areas on this ship. That is to be carried on when you board at embarkation. Alcohol that you purchase at ports will be stored until the last day of the cruise, and then they'll give it back to you before you get off the ship. Norwegian's policy is a little bit more basic. It says that you can carry on wine. It doesn't give a quantity or a size. It says that there will be a corking fee if you consume it in the dining room unless you have the beverage package. And it also says that any alcohol that you purchase at ports will be stored until the last night of your cruise and then returned to you. Carnival, 1 bottle of wine or champagne per person, and it has to be carried on. If you drink the wine in the dining room, there is a corking fee. Alcohol purchased in the port will be stored until the last day of the cruise and then returned to you. And then here's a really great thing about Carnival. You can purchase 2 bottles of alcohol, 2 bottles of liquor prior to boarding and have it in your room when you get on this ship. You purchase it from the fun shops, and it does state that you're only supposed to consume this in your stateroom. That said, I know we've actually done this before, and we just brought an extra cup with a lid and we poured some alcohol in there, and as we walked around our ship and did different things, we made drinks using the alcohol that was in that cup. Royal Caribbean, 1 bottle of wine or champagne per person in your carry-on, and there's a fee if you consume it in the dining room for corking. As always, I hope this has cleared up a lot of confusion for everybody about the carry-on alcohol policy and what you can bring on and what you can't. Now I'm going to scoot over so you guys can screenshot this.